Well, I wasn't worried about my skin. I mean, I've had tattoos.
Looks like
I
you
mean,
have a...
I'm worried about dripping it on my nice Hawaiian shirt and going, fuck!
Yeah, it will never come
Especially if it's a Hawaiian shirt that's not in any way near that color.
Stay away from beets.
Pickled beets, specifically.
Although, honestly, the beet juice, if you get beet juice on you anywhere, it's pretty much...
Yeah, you're done.
You're done.
But I told my dad, I'm like,
Yep, just kill yourself.
I'm neither for nor against these, but if I had to pick, I don't think I would eat these on purpose again. And my dad was just kind of like hurt, like, I thought you would really like these.
You fucking cunt.
I'm like, you have never eaten these in your life since I've been born, and now all of a sudden somebody gives you some, and I don't like them, and you're kind of pissed. You know, I almost got I don't know if it was like halfway between you should like the things I like, or damn, you don't like them, I have to figure out who else to give them to.
I really hope it was more of that. Like,
fuck, he doesn't like them, I gotta figure out who else to foist these upon.
What do I do with these crates of beets?
They're like 2-quart. I think they're like 2-quart jars.
It was 7 pallets.
And he's got one open that's almost empty, and he's got a whole other one that hasn't even been opened yet. I'm like,
kind of want pickled beets now.
He wanted to send them home with me. I'm like, no, sorry.
I would rather die in a fire than ever let this touch my face again.
Although I did buy a big jar of dill pickles today, so I can make some Coolickles. I still got a couple cherry Coolickles left, and I'm thinking about trying a different flavor this time. So I'd end up with like blue dill pickles or something. Wouldn't it be sweet?
See, Eric does things to food that even I don't think are a good idea.
Hey! Those, the Alton Brown recipe of the pickled baby carrots, those are awesome.
Well,
I still have a jar of them, and they're pickled baby carrots, and you're like, that doesn't even sound right. But they're sweet, and they're still really crunchy, because they don't get mushy, because it's a cold pickle.
Sure.
And then you shoved a whole fuckload of red pepper flake in there, so they're hot. So you get these hot, sweet, crunchy pickles, and they're great. Well, you got your 3 out.
Yeah, except
I guess I'll just block next time he attacks and
get a creature in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not in bad shape, but we're not doing anything interesting.
Well, I sure do wish we had a single planes even.
Yeah. That would help.
Thank you. See, you ask and it provides.
I don't know about that.
I think we traded up on that one.
Yeah. Now we can't cast the Murder of Crows, which we could have if it was still around, but that's actually kind of a win if he's casting a Pilgrim at this point.
What's a Pilgrim do? Fuck all.
It's a 1/1 Llanowar elf that produces white instead of green. Llanowar elf is an elf that produces cut tap, produce 1 green mana.
Gotcha.
Also, Find Horn Elf. There were a number of others.
Yeah.
I briefly considered making a deck that was composed of nothing but mana-producing elves and things which increase elves' abilities, like that. That one elf that you gives all elves overrun.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What's Overrun?
Overrun is a card which gives all of your creatures +3/+3 and trample.
What the fuck?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Which in regular constructed, it's too slow to really be effective, but in draft is crazy. Like,
and then your opponent died.
okay.
Get your crows out.
Yep. crows out.
Who let the crows out? Squawk, 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 squawk. I'm sorry.
It is after midnight, folks.
Never apologize.
Oh, Jesus, I would have apologized for that because that was just like, I don't say things that stupid.
Yes, you do.
Shut up.
I guess I have to block it.
Why?
I guess we could have ski-fanged it.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, did he kill your murderer crows?
Yeah. He murdered it.
Can you get it back?
Nope.
What the fuck?
I guess I could have played my...
You could have just eaten it. You have 18 points.
Yeah, I know. And actually, what you just said is exactly what experienced players would have told a idiot like me.
Man, I was saying it.
Your life total is a resource, and you should utilize it. So I could have been attacking for 4 more on that turn, but
And then ski-fanged it.
we are so far ahead, it didn't matter that I suck.
His very... Because we were going to steal his 3/3...
All right, rather than keeping our 2/4 flyer, we're going to take your 3/3.
Just to spite you.
No, we don't have to mulligan. We can think twice, and we're on the draw.
So this could be it.
This could be.
This could be you doing something
That we normally don't do.
I don't
We
know.
went on a summer.
I don't. I purposely did not watch these before I came over because I didn't want to be, tainted.
Right.
Well, now it's too late.
This is.
I'd be like, oh, well, they normally talk about blah 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 blah, so I should do the same.
No, man. But
No.
if you watch them, you will find that while quite often we end up talking about Magic because that's what we're playing.
Oh, is that what this is called?
Yes. Oftentimes, that's not what we talk about.
Right. Or we intend to talk about Magic, but somehow get
Off on it.
See, but now you've told me about previous adventures in this particular department. I just want to be over here when Bob is like off his ass because you've done like 3 in a row and he can't walk.
That doesn't happen nearly as often now that we play on Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's
It's one of the sad things. We need to do a Friday game at some point, just so that nobody has to go to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Well, yeah,
What?
that's not a good thing, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got fired.
I'm thinking maybe send that back to his.
Top of his library.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Wait, 2 points? That was it? 2 points?
Yeah.
Means you only got to do that 9 more times.
Before he does it.
Also a number of times.
All 3 drops.
Do you feel better now, John?
I wouldn't say better.
I put the fires out. You made them worse. Worse? Or better?
If we get one more land, though, then we're in the perfect place. I didn't attack with my captain.
Why? Why would you do that? Not that. Oh, God.
You just ate it in the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our shorts have definitely been eaten.
So, mental note, he's at 16.
18?
No, he's saying if we lose because we couldn't do 2 final points, then
You'll feel really dumb.
we would have won. If on the other hand he blows us out of the water, well, that's something.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the computer doesn't really acknowledge that and be, well, your dumbass just lost.
Thank you, Eric. You just summed up our experience with Magic.
PC is a harsh mistress.
Let me think. What can we do to survive?
Or you no, you can't do it. He has to tap.
Right. I just have to take 5 here. Just kind of depends on what his next turn is.
You're totally gonna eat it.
Okay. I could... Can't do that. Pitch the one-eyed scarecrow so I could cast the Stitch Drake.
And flip it to being a 5/1.
Right.
That was a pretty good exchange, I think.
Yes. That's even better. And then... I expect him to block with that guy.
But we don't really care.
And this guy we can also put out. At least he will be able to
Block that.
only
No.
creatures with flying, so he can't.
This is a little hairy.
But it's either... I probably just won it for him. Because that guy can't
Yeah,
block him.
Yeah.
Yep. He has exactly 6.
Damn it! Oh well.
But at least the 2 that I missed
Fuck.
didn't come into play. So I probably shouldn't have been as aggressive there.
Should have actually been more aggressive and then. Cause
Yeah, more aggressive and then less aggressive.
But then I get confused. What was it I was supposed to do?
not
Win!
Suck. Not suck.
Yeah, he's doing okay at that.
Suck less?
This time, we could also go back to the first round. I mean, I don't encourage it, but...
We did pretty well in the first round.
I meant the first...
Oh, the first attempt?
Yes.
Yeah, that was not so good.
No.
I mean, it may not have been the worst deck ever made, but it was pretty bad.
Can work.
Really? Okay, well, whatever.
That actually is awesome.
Why?
Because it gets a creature in our graveyard.
Yeah, it allows me to cast a much more powerful creature that I didn't think I was going to be able to cast for a while.
Oh, you have to have a creature in a graveyard to get that guy out?
Yeah.
Part of his...
The guy conceded.
Really? Is that this one or is that the last one?
No, that's this one.
You just rage quit?
Yep.
That was a rage quit.
That
yeah.
led to the rage quit. Okay.
Woo! New cards!
So there we go. 3 packs to enter, 4 packs to exit, and we keep the cards.
3 packs enter, 4 packs leave.
Oh, that's a natural.
I can't believe you rage quit over that.
He probably had, I bet he had fuck all in his hand and you brought that out.
Right. Yeah, that's probably it. Like, he had to play the Ambush Viper and trade because he had no other chance. And when I immediately followed it up, it was like...
Well, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Now that said, really? You have a lot of turns before that thing even...
Yeah.
Who knows what would come out?
I mean,
We had not dealt any damage. It was 20 to 20.
No, you hit him. No, he blocked.
yeah.
Fuck. No, you're right.
Yeah, it's 2020. He
Jesus.
had 7 turns
Well,
before we could kill
It's
him.
20 after 12. Maybe he had to go to bed.
Right. My expectation is it was a time limit and he did not foresee himself winning.
Sure. Hey, you know what?
I could play this out to the bitter end, but I got to go to work tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll take any victory.
So that's it then.
That's it.
That's it. That's
So do we have any final words of encouragement or warning or
beer foamy.
beer foamy?
Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping that we'd get beyond that tonight, but I mean, I guess it's a start.
That's as far as we're getting.
So, what do you think? Am I going to come back again, or are you sick of my shit?
No.
Oh, well, I'm always sick of your shit, but you're more than welcome back.
You're welcome back if you enjoy, sitting here and watching magic happen.
Part of me wants to go home and see if I still have some squirreled away and go, okay, how the fuck do I play this again?
No, it's there's weirdest goddamn thing, John.
Okay.
Are a huge number of kids that come to the library and are playing Magic.
It actually is more popular now than it ever has been.
There's a Five and Dime. It's called the Bargain Hut in Melford now.
Huh.
They sell Magic cards there. They hold tournaments there.
What?
The second Saturday of every month, they hold a Magic tournament at the Bargain Hut in Melford.
We are totally. I don't know what Bob is doing, but we are forcing him to do it. We are totally going to go to a tournament at the Bargain Hut.
Okay, here's the question. Are you going to take a microphone and or camcorder?
Yes, and yes. Multiple camcorders. And the built-in mics, probably.
Because the kids have been saying, so you're coming down to play, right? I'm like, I don't have any cards. They got cards there. They'll just let you use them.
Where the hell is the Bargain Hut? Okay, you guys don't have to listen to this.
No. We gotta keep this going.
But where the hell is the Bargain Hut?
Okay, it's basically in one of the stores that they could never keep anything in, down by Pizza Kitchen.
Pizza Kitchen?
Okay.
It's like in between the apartment store, or the apartments
and
there.
Pizza Kitchen.
There might be two,
Yeah,
but it's one of those.
There are two.
So you heard it here first, folks. We're gonna go to Milford and watch some of these people, probably John, be embarrassed.
Oh no, I would totally play there.
And
I
dominated.
These kids build half their deck.
Now,
absolutely dominated by some prepubescent teens.
Are these tournaments constructed?
Poorly run?
Well, I'm sure they're poorly run. Are they constructed or limited?
Constructed. But, dude, you got, oh my god, the decks these kids build.
I really like this card.
No, that is exactly it. I like life gain. That's what I have. I have a lot of life gain in this deck. I like walls. Walls seem more efficient to me.
But are you saying
I have a lot of walls in my deck?
Would it be so infuriating because the kids do not know the basic rules of the game that you would actually spend more time saying, no, that's not how it works. No, it's called the stack. And yes, you cast that, but before it resolved, I cast this. Would I spend all my time doing that and
There'd be some of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, not all of it. And my inclination is that if you bring one of your decks, the matches will be over long before you have to deal with any rolls. You'd be able to sweep in and be like, yeah, I guess who's tallest and the best at Magic.
Maybe if one stood on another one's shoulders and they look you eye to eye and go,
you
want to bring it? Let's go.
Do they have formats, or is it just any deck that you can build is legal?
Any deck that you build is legal.
Oh, God.
I would totally make a Rage Quit deck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It never does damage. It just gives me more life and more life and more life and more life.
Like I said, I've gone through and helped them. Because, man, there was one guy who brought in his deck, and he had one of those big Ultra Pro boxes for him.
Uh-huh.
And it's intended to hold, 2 decks, give or take, or a deck and a bunch of sideboard. And it just, the cards just crammed into it, and that was his deck.
Wow.
I mean, he had a 130 card deck. And I was like,
bitching.
What is this? He's like, this is my deck. I'm like, no.
No, that's when I very, very first started playing,
Every
card I owned was in that deck.
Sure. And when I very first started playing, I thought that land had summoning sickness. But you could play as many lands as you wanted in a turn. And what other rules did we have? Play as many lands. You drew up to 7 cards at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It meant that the Black Vice was like the worst freaking card ever. 1 mana. If you have more cards in hand during your upkeep than 4, then you take damage equal to the number of cards above 4. But if you're drawing up to 7 every turn, it means you had to cast 3 cards during your before your upkeep in order to have this not do damage to you. It was the worst card ever. I hated it.
And then you went, oh wait, that's not how.
Then we found out how the game
work.
actually worked a little bit better. But it meant that like Aladdin's Lamp was the best freaking card in history. X tap, look through the top, X cards, take one into your hand, shuffle the rest into the library. Or discard them or something. But it cost 10. So I mean it was completely unusable in normal Magic. But if you can just lay out all the land you want
and drop to
7, it got out like on the 3rd turn.
Jesus. All right. Well, thanks for listening, folks.
Yep. See ya sometime.
Yep.